So what's your job now?
So I work for an organization called Friends International. It's a Christian organization. My job title is Center Team Leader. So it is an organization that aims to reach out to international students and to share Christianity to them through welcoming them.
So how long have you been working in this company?
I started working in December last year, 2018. So only about 5 months.
So have you been at work in other countries before?
Not really, only in the
Really?
UK.
Okay. Is there many ethnic minority women in your company?
A few. So in the organization, it's mostly British people, but with a lot of cultural experiences. With ethnic minority, I could think of an American woman, a Chinese woman, and myself.
So do you think it's easy to get use of the life in Newcastle?
Get use of life in Newcastle.
Yeah, like love Newcastle, or like do you think it's easy to be familiar, or like
For myself as a person.
Yeah.
I think it's quite easy. Yeah, I quite like the environment in Newcastle, and it's very easy to get to anywhere I want to go to.
Yeah. So do you think you can fit in your workplace now?
Yes, but with some challenges. So the organization is a nationwide organization, but in Newcastle, we only have one office with 4 people, so me and 3 other British people. And I guess there's always cultural and language barriers in some sense in the office.
Okay, so do you think it's hard, or how hard is it to fit in the workplace?
To fit in? I would say it's mainly very friendly. The office, everyone is very kind, and they all have international experiences, kind of talking to international people, because it is an organization for international students. So I wouldn't say it's hard, but it's just that sometimes some of the language references, cultural references, I would need to ask them to explain.
Okay. So have you been experiencing some stereotype in the workplace?
Stereotype? Not really. Only in jokes. Only in jokes I would probably say that, oh, because you're Chinese, so you don't know this, or like typical Chinese people would always talk about food and that kind of things, but not really like
so
serious
do you think
stereotype.
there's any inconvenience about this kind of stereotype?
So I don't think there is any. I haven't really experienced any stereotype apart from like out of friendliness. We joke around, so I don't think there is any inconvenience.
Okay. So what's your main feeling in Newcastle?
Main feeling in Newcastle.
In Newcastle.
As in like my attitude towards life in Newcastle, or
just anything. Like you feel it's like welcome to international people, or like anything.
Newcastle. Newcastle, I think because we got 9,900 international students in Newcastle, I think about that. That's the last figure that I heard from last year. I think it's quite friendly towards international students and international people, but I could see that it's very hard to mix different races together. You walk on Northumberland Street, the high street, and you see Chinese people talking to Chinese people, and like British or Geordie people hanging out with Geordie people. So it's not very obvious where different cultural groups would really integrate with each other. Yeah, but I wouldn't say that there's a huge hostility towards international people.
Okay, so move to next part.
Yeah.
Do you think there's any unequal pay in your workplace?
No.
No. So why do you think that? How do you know it?
Because we raise our own money. So we're not paid by the company as it were. So we all have to raise our own fund. And with equal it's equal between men and women. Yeah.
Okay. So are you gonna like just separate the fund or like allocate the funds like average to every people?
So everyone has a target to raise. So for example, me, because of my it's according to the minimum wage standard, so I'll have to raise enough money for me to be able to apply for the visa and work here. And then once I've raised enough money, the money will go to the organization and they will give it to me. So it's still allocated from the organization, but not kind of collecting everyone's money and then divide equally.
Do you think it's hard to raise enough money to cover your like visa to cover your because I know it's
reach a target.
kind of hard to sponsor the visa by the company, right? I'm not sure.
So I think it is a significant amount of money. And I'll need to did spend quite some time to really approach different individuals and churches to ask them if they like to support me.
So do you think there's any problem or like any problem in this kind of system, like salary system,
like financially?
Or anything you can improve by this company?
Little things. So things like I guess it could be clearer from the start and how it works, because a lot of the times I need to sit down face to face with someone and ask my questions instead of having a document beforehand so that I could look through all the details and instructions. It's more like we talk about it, and then I take down notes and I ask again, and then back and forth, a lot of this kind of thing. So it could be clear from the start.
Right. So
like it in terms of kind of information, communication of the financial system and information.
So it's mainly like by documents, like email things. So you prefer to like talk face by face?
The other way around. We talk face to face. I prefer to have
more clear instructions.
To
show like how you're gonna get them, like your wage or salary monthly. Okay, so do your company will have like annual report of the pay of everyone, or like plan to show like the annual pay, something like that? So what do you think about the annual report? Do you think it's useful, it's helpful, or?
So I've only just started working, so I haven't really been able to see any kind of annual report, but I know that during like conferences and trainings we were given opportunity to talk to this financial head of finance, and then he explains how money is allocated, how money is being managed. So it was more like a seminar type of thing with interactions and with questions and answers, rather than like a full AGM for
Okay.
report. Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think your company should do about like annual report? Do you like think this way is better, or like do you prefer another way, like a report to show everything?
Because I only just started, so I really don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not really sure whether there will be a report later on. But I think, yeah, always the clearer the better.
Yeah.
In any form.
Okay, so move on to next part.
Okay.
Do you have like development training in your company?
You mean personal development?
Personal training.
Yeah, so every year we have, for new staff, we have 2 training sessions, training conferences, in the first year. And every year we have an annual conference with like small workshops and one training in May. And we also have, we are encouraged to do like self-study. So, yeah.
How do you think about it? Do you think it's good?
The conferences are really good. Training days are really good. So they, in terms of, the kind of personal tailored study that they encourage us to do, I think they have a training fund for us to apply to if we want to, say, get enrolled in a local course like Bible College or anything like that, which is good. But I haven't really started.
Okay. So do you think you have the same opportunity, like training opportunity compared to others?
Yeah, I think so.
Then do you think you have like the same progression opportunity compared to others?
In terms of being promoted? Or?
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
How? So have you like know about this, like the promoted like system, or how can you get promoted?
So, the reason I said it, that I think we do, is because so in terms of like, men and women, for the top end of the kind of the structure, the leadership, we do have both men and women, and it's quite kind of well represented for both genders. And even though at the moment I don't see any ethnic minority people in the top end of that, but there are other sectors which has a Singaporean lady who's kind of heading a big department. So so I think that's why I think it's quite fair and equal.
So is there like for like kind of leader or manager, is there more British than other nationalities, or?
Yeah, more British than other nationalities, but I think it's just a reflection of how many British people are on staff, rather than because they are British, I think.
Okay, so do you know like how can you get promoted if you, because only if they have like a strict rules of like promotion?
I don't know.
Yeah, you have to think about it. Alright. So move to discrimination.
Okay.
Do you think the intersection of race and gender influence your career?
The
Section of race and gender.
Of race and gender.
Yeah.
Well, so I think this is just a feeling. But as a woman and as a Chinese woman, I think sometimes I could feel that people might respect me less because of that. Maybe I'm not really sure, but I felt like because of my ethnic background and my gender, in some settings I need to meet other male leaders, say church leaders. They're all very nice, but I do feel that sometimes I probably would have come across more authoritative or respectable if I were a man and a British man. Yeah.
Okay, so do you think it kind of influences your behavior in the workplace?
Behavior.
So do you think you need to take more effort than other people to be like communicate with, like, no matter like who in the workplace or like people in church? Or like,
I think it would take more effort. At the moment, I would say yes and no, just because one thing is I'm still exploring what I'm doing, and I'm new, so I don't know if it's because I'm new or because of my gender and ethnicity that I feel that I need more effort putting into interacting with other people. And but examples like if I'm going to lead a meeting, like a meeting with my colleagues and volunteers, then I'll definitely need to spend more time than other people to prepare for it, because of a lack of cultural awareness and a lack of language ability.
Okay. So have you experienced some like gender discrimination or like about your language or something like that?
Not yet.
No,
not really.
Not really. So even like from the people you've outside of the workplace, like the people you need to contact with, have you been experiencing some
like outside of my workplace?
I mean, not outside. It's like not your colleague. Because you have to communicate with other people who need to raise a fund or something. So have you been experiencing some like
gender discrimination? Would you say?
Just
or
like ethnic minority women? No matter race or gender.
Not yet.
Not yet.
And I hope I'm not gonna face any.
Okay, so do you think your company should do something to like increase, I don't know, like diversity in your workplace or
to increase diversity in my workplace? They are actually trying to recruit as many people from different people from different countries as much as possible. So I'm quite positive in their effort in doing that.
So do you think like a more diversity workplace would help your company be improves in any perspective?
I think so. Yeah. Because the main aim of the organization is to reach out to different nationalities as well. So I think the more it's being represented on a staff team, then the better.
Okay. So what do you think might help to increase the diversity in your workplace?
I think networking with different parties. So in this case, like churches, having closer relationships with churches, and so churches are the main kind of outside bodies that we contact. And if we have closer relationships with them, then that also means that they will point people who might be suitable to be included on our staff team to us, so we will know more people and kind of more diverse groups as well.
Okay. That's all.
That's all.
Oh,
so fast.